Hey guys, today we're doing a flower update and nothing but a flower update. I want to show you how the flowers progressed in the last weeks or two, last couple of weeks. So let's have a look. Let's see. In here, the sun is behind the tree shortly, so I have a little bit of time where we can film without being completely overwhelmed by the sun. So here, there. This one has flower buds already. Can't see any on this one in center. Waiting for this one too in the back. This one is flowering, which is nice. This one starts. This one probably too. Nothing on the Sörensia. Kinda not sure how to deal with this situation because I love Sörensia and these are good plants, but these will become pretty big before they start flowering. I think this area here will be completely blocked, but we will talk about that in another video. So more flower buds here. Pink stripes, I think. These all have flower buds too, but they are very early in the process of developing them. This one in center is Sörensia rosarioana. That one is flowering. I feel like that is a kind of Sörensia species that probably has Lobivia huasha, grandiflora, these kinds of plants in it to some degree to make it flower earlier, because it flowers a lot easier than Sörensia bruchi or Sörensia formosa. I just think it's a little bit different, maybe closer to Echinopsis grandiflora. But interesting plant, I like it. I will keep it. It has yellow flowers, I think. Decent yellow flowers. Potential for breeding. You can pollinate these with a Wurlitz hybrid and who knows what will happen. Here, nice. It is overwhelming, to be honest. I'm already starting to become scared. Oh, wait. So I repotted this one, and this looks pretty good, because it wasn't looking like it would flower this year after the repotting, but it was so necessary. There's a root hanging here. Remove this. I don't know how it got there. Probably during repotting. He would thank me for it, for removing this. So let's go inside here to have a close-up look. Of course, there has to be weeding that needs to be done. This oxalis stuff is like the plague. But overall, I think we will be blessed with lots of flowers this year. But a lot of them are still in the early phases of flower development in this greenhouse. This is the last one in row. Gets fewer hours of sunlight, so it takes longer for the flowers to develop at the beginning of the season. But they're coming everywhere. This is how you ride such a hostile environment. Like we did it in the last month or two. Just takes a lot. But it's not too much. You can do it. Everyone can get your cacti to flower and all. We are just scraping at the surface of this huge subject, but this is... You can easily replicate it by watching my videos. Not all of the large plants are flowering inside here, but most of them will, I think. I believe in them. This whole cluster here is full of flower buds, and these have reached the roof, so might have to remove the tip this year, because otherwise you go into winter with them pressing against the windows. Yeah, this one, this flower buds here, there. This one's still behind, which bothers me. This is Mamacita. Telegonoides hybrid, a nice one. There are flower buds. There, I mean, a lot of work to do, but they are flowering nicely. Not worried about flowers at all. This year we will get more flowers on this one than we ever had before. And you always need to keep in mind, everything that flowers should be pollinated, or at least you should take photos of it. And when I say you, I mean I should take photos of it, because it would be a waste otherwise to take such great effort and go such lengths to get them to flower, and then when they finally open up, you say, "Oh, I'm having a bad day." That's really difficult, but it happens, you know. Or they all open up at the same time and they want you to do an appointment. All kinds of stuff can happen. So I'm a little bit scared, because the sun hasn't even hitting the greenhouse yet really well, you know. It will happen. It's just a little bit later in the season then. And this is the top shelf that I've shown. Check out how they responded to the first waterings. Just the first that we did. I mean, 2 maybe. I sprayed them a few times like a drill sergeant. But now look. This is a direct response to sunlight, to water, to nutrients. We're triggering a totally natural response. Yeah, I'm very happy with how we did it. Don't get me wrong, they would flower otherwise too, but not as much. By far not as much. If you want to try it out, do it. Do one greenhouse without a lot of access to water, fertilizer, sun, because what I'm doing here is making sure that the sun hits them. And but even if you would just do leave away the water and the fertilizer, you would have maybe 1 flower, 2 flowers per plant. Some of them will flower more abundantly. Let's say arboricola hybrids, they have no problem to flower under any setting that is sunny. But apart from that, you would just not get the mass of flowers that we will get. And you would also they would take longer to flower, especially the large ones. Sometimes you can get a plant to flower that is like goes to your chin, maybe to your chest. You just have to insist on it. And it will never be possible to get them all to flower. I'm not making any false promises. You will always have plants that take forever, because they have a species that just takes 25 years to reach maturity, which happens sometimes. Let's say it's a Sorensia strigosa, Trichocereus strigosus. These super spiny plants, they take a while to flower. And then you make a cross and you try to get it to bring the age that they take to flower down. But sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes the mother's genes come through when it's about when they flower. So, but you can still push them. And if there's a chance that they flower, this brings them on a good way. Making sure they have water. I mean, it's just basic. It's totally what we're doing here. We are not reinventing the wheel. This isn't a channel where we do a lot of hipster type stuff. We just keep at the basics. We stay at the basics. And everything else we will experiment with long term on this channel. All kinds of nutrients, all kinds of, I don't know, additives. We will even try CalMag and stuff like that. But overall, the basics are already pretty good. Water, sunlight, nice temperature change a little bit. Give them a natural feeling. Let them feel the night and day differences. A little bit of sun, strong sun in the day. but not too much. Don't overheat them. All these things require careful consideration. Everything needs to be done in a controllable setting. Otherwise, you have the same problems we had at the beginning of the season when we did our frost experiment. You have plants that could actually flower, but they have so much stress with the frost and with the sun that it will take them much longer to overcome it. Now I'm going to Mika just to check her out, what she does. I think she's lying in the sun, and I want to surprise her. Yeah. Hey. Good girl. Yesterday she was full of ticks. And I think she has one here. So that was the reason why I looked into the mowing and all. We might even get a goat, just to keep everything walkable. In here, a lot of heat. Have the windows closed. I want to bring out the flowers now. This one will flower. It just takes a little bit longer because now that it is at a good spot, it only has the ability to flower. It took a little bit longer on the spot where it was. Shady spot is just bad for flowering, and you will need to find a healthy compromise between giving them too much sun, having them in total carnage, full sun, or like what you see here in a greenhouse, where you can sometimes raise the temperature a little bit to make them flower earlier. All these things. This is a nice way to just get them to grow fast. I've shown these repeatedly over the last weeks, and look at the size they have now. 2 or 3 of them could flower already. They might not, but it doesn't matter, because we also got them through the most sensitive, most dangerous phase, where they can just expire because of all kinds of reasons. And now we winked them through on the fast lane. I mean, they're a little bit more sensitive. You need to be careful that you do not pamper them enough, not too much. But overall, these look pretty good, and we'll take it in winter. We'll take the cold too. There we have flower buds. And you always gotta say, everything that doesn't flower, it has made such a big improvement, such a good progress, that you just see from week to week. So it's also worth it for them, because then they flower next year. You will get to the point where you can no longer pollinate them all. It's just how it often is for a breeder. Cannot see what I'm showing you, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea. Also brought Sarwellen and Amun-Re in here. Want to give it a good chance to flower. Okay, so just want to do a little outro. Talk about what I have shown today. Flower buds that worry me because it's going to be too much. You always see that opening at the same time, and you just think, how am I going to do that? I'm just one guy and I'm not the healthiest, and every time you just have to get one plant and start with it. Ideally, I try to get the best ones right away, because they will, the ones that look the most beautiful, that have opened the most beautifully, they will, I will take these first, do videos, photos and all, and then I move on. But I'm already worried for the big flower flush, for the multiple flower flushes that we will get. I'm friends with a few very, very good breeders, and it's always the same. We talk about this all of the time. All of us are usually happy when the flower time is over and everything went well. You made your pollinations and got some seeds, photos, videos. You've seen the flowers, you were able to sort out and all that stuff. This is just 1 or 2 months where the work is so much how it is right now. It's not always like that. You have times when there's absolutely nothing to do. I mean, there's always repotting you could do, but apart from that, there are other times too. So I'm still looking forward to the flowers, because I want to finally show what is coming out in this channel, what we are doing here. A lot of the breeding aspect I want to bring into the videos, showing how we create something together. I mean, I have that idea to make a cross here on the channel, and sowing it out, growing it again, showing the flower, all this progress that I want to show. Yeah, and that's a long-term work, long-term project, but we will do it, because what else should I do, right? I'm good at what I do. I'm a cactus breeder by heart. This is my craft. This is my art form. When you create, you really create new things. You take flowers that look relatively boring and combine it with something where you see potential. And when it pays off, it is a great feeling. Very often it does not. Very often you are sitting in front of a white flower or a completely pointless cross, but sometimes you don't. And that these little moments where you sit there and see the first flower that you've created, it's like you created a universe of its own, a little tiny universe, like a corn of sand somewhere that is from you, that you left. And yeah, that aspect of it makes me continue doing it, because in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who knows what will be in the future? Who knows how long I will be happy to do this? I mean, it's hard work. You've seen it on the channel. Cannot do it the way I used to. So we will need to use some old man knowledge to get it working, you know. But I will leave something behind when I go. Not only will I leave behind the genetic gift that I leave, and I've been breeding for a long time, but I will also leave the videos that we film right now. This is something, who knows what we can do with this. I'm playing with the idea to film a documentary. I can tell you already that the future will be a lot different than it used to be. You see that there's so many breeders, and a lot of them have will grow to become really popular. I see that this whole community is on the verge of really taking off. We would see this stuff on the gardening channel one day, believe me when I tell you. And I want to be there. I will be there. So we will film some stuff, and we are going into a new future, into a better future. We will build it. We will be there to build it. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. Get ready for the flower flush. It's not taking much longer, maybe a week or two.